Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you watch this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. I want to take a quick second and thank all the channel members. Thank you all so much for making it easy for me to do this. And any of you that are coming by to watch the content, thank you. I appreciate you. And if you like the content and you're so inclined, please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon. It would really help the channel out. Today I'm going to try something a little different. I've done comparison videos with folders before, but today I thought I would take two of my most carried EDC fixed blades and see if we can do a comparison video with these guys, looking at them both subjectively and objectively, to see how they fall into some of the different categories that we grade these knives on before, from price to perceived value, i.e. resale value, aesthetics, ergos, etc., etc. So what we have here is we have the Jakeb Creates Arctic Sunset 20 CV Chickadee with blue micarta handles. And we have the T.Kell knives Piranha with G10 handles, if I'm not mistaken, and 80 CRV HD. So these little knives get a ton of carry time in my pocket. The Chickadee will ride right at my appendix, and it rides right in front of my, right beside my belt. And then the T.Kell has a deep concealment carry clip, and it actually rides in my back pocket. So both of these knives carry very well. We'll get to that to talk about which one carries a little better, but let's talk at them first based on price. So when you look at these two knives, you're looking at price and you're looking at value for that price. And using both of these knives extensively, beating on these knives pretty extensively, the Piranha comes in at $150, and the T.Kell or the Jakeb Creates Chickadee comes in at 2.25. So the materials will come in a different space, depending on how you rate these materials. When I look at these two knives, I can't deny that at almost $75 less expensive, the T.Kell comes in on top in price. Now, perceived value is where things change a little bit. If you go to the secondary market and you look for these knives, I was surprised there are not that many of either around. Um, it does seem that the Chickadees tend to hold their value a little bit more. They are, I guess, a more sought after niche item. So the perceived value is going to go to the Chickadee. Now, aesthetics is very subjective. When we talk about aesthetics, we talk about how something looks. So when I look at the Chickadee, I love the simplicity of the design. I love the micarta handles. It looks like a little knife. When I look at the Piranha, I see more detail. I see an actual choil built into the blade here. I can see the milling lines, which some people might not look at that as a positive. I do on the blade. And I see this nice swedge and this angle right here and this very sharp edge. The Chickadee is attractive. It's a sexy little knife, but I don't think it has as much aesthetically going on for it as the Piranha. So for aesthetics, that's going to go to the Piranha. So when we talk about ergos, how does it feel in the hand? And I can only talk about how it feels in my hand for different cuts. The Chickadee is a knife that has always been very comfortable in my hand. I get a full 3-finger grip and can wrap my pinky up behind it. The T.Kell came into my life a little later, and what I found out about it is I can get the full 3 fingers from the choil to the handle, and my 4th finger actually holds on the butt of this knife. I can also hold it in a reverse grip, which I really can't hold the Chickadee in a reverse grip. So again, Slurpee Saver grip, cutting grip. I've got more purchase in my hand and better ergos with the way that this G10 is milled out to really fit my fingers and give them something to lock into. I have to give the ergos to the Piranha. Now cutting. Cutting's probably going to be a little subjective because both of these knives have cut some stuff. And as you guys know, the T.Kell needs a little work on the sharpener. So the Chickadee is going to get that, even though that's not really a fair representation because I have used the Chickadee, or excuse me, the Piranha pretty heavily here in the last week, but I am going to give cutting to the Chickadee. Now carry. Carry's a very interesting one because they both carry fantastically, even though they carry different. When I carry the Chickadee, I put it right on my belt. Carries great. The only downside is if I have a shirt that's tucked in, this sticks out like a sore thumb. When I carry the T.Kell, whether I'm wearing khakis or whether I'm wearing jeans, I put this in my back right pocket. I hook the concealment carry clip, which absolutely locks that sheath in, and then I've just got this sticking out of my back pocket. So if I go to draw the knife, I'm drawing it out of my back pocket. It's not bringing as much attention to it as if I pull the Chickadee out. Now, I can put an ulti clip on this and mount this the same way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie them out at carry because they'll both carry perfectly fine. When we go to sheath, I'm talking about retention and ease of getting it out. So the T.Kell has a fantastic finger ramp here, has a great retention. It's a little lighter retention, and I know it can be adjusted, but it's just a nice little retention knife. The Jakeb Creates Chickadee, on the other hand, has a very tight retention. So it really snaps into that sheath, and it's got the little finger push off here, which allows you to get it out of the sheath very easily, and it does retain tighter than the T.Kell. So you guys, really, that's kind of subjective, how you like your knife to feel. Neither one of them rattle. Neither one of them come out. Again, the Chickadee has more retention and more pop. So just for this study, I'm going to give it to the Chickadee. Fit and finish. Guys, there's not a lot to look at fit and finish on a fixed blade. What I look at is I look at things like the grind. I look at the way it was handled. I look at the finish on the blade. I look at the handle materials. This micarta is done very well. However, this G10 I think is fantastic, the way it's milled and the way that it fits in the hand. I love the fact that Tim designed his own fasteners to get something that he liked instead of using something stock. If you look at these, they're both full tang construction. They both line up absolutely perfectly. I can't see any downside to fit and finish except this front finger choil, this extra detail on the blade, the extra work that went into the scales. I'm going to have to give fit and finish to the T.Kell. And then materials. So guys, this is going to be subjective, but I've got to look at it objectively. I personally am pro 20 CV over EDC RV, even though I know this is a good steel for this knife. I also know that this is really nice micarta, and I know this is G10. I know this is sandblasted, and I know this is nitron borite coated. They're both fantastic. But if you're looking at overall materials, I put the majority of the weight on the blade steel, and I have to go with the Jakeb Creates Chickadee. So that's 4 for the Chickadee and 4 for the T.Kell. So these are literally at a tie. So what we have to do is any ties will be decided by my subjective vote. And what I say we do, I would say weigh them. Because guys, when it comes back to carry, my subjective vote is going to go to the T.Kell Piranha. Because I honestly think it carries just a little bit better when I look at it as a tie. Now, I've got 3 Chickadees. I absolutely love these knives. I'm a huge fan of Jakeb Creates. The T.Kell's a little bit newer into my rotation. I didn't know it existed. I've become very smitten with it. It may change after I've carried it for a little bit longer, but this knife is the fixed blade that spends the most time in my pocket right now. It's a great value. The people that make it, Jakeb's a fantastic guy, but Tim and Suzanne are fantastic too. I love both of these knives, guys. I'm a sucker for small EDC fixed blades. I think you could choose either one of these knives and you could not go wrong. You would win because they're both great knives. It just depends on what's more your jam, right? A lot of times the size of the knife is going to make a difference. And if that's the case, the T.Kell is going to give you a little bit more handle area. Sometimes portability and the smallness is going to make it more advantageous to you. In that case, the Chickadee might work for you. The bottom line is here, these are 2 great American-made fixed blades that I'm proud carrying any day. I can't say that one is really a winner over another. Through this odd scoring system that I came up with after borrowing it from Lefty EDC, I get surprised when I do these comparisons because a knife that I go in thinking is going to win doesn't always win. So that's just something I find fascinating when you look at it objectively across different points. But guys, the Jakeb Creates Chickadee is a fantastic knife. The T.Kell Piranha is a fantastic knife. I could absolutely recommend either of these knives to anyone who is asking for a small fixed blade. Guys, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Thanks for watching the video. Peace.